I'm going to be talking about attitudes and job satisfaction. The learning objective. First, we will define the concept of an attitude and know its three components. Second one is understand why the measurement of attitudes is important for the workplace. Third one is define job satisfaction and know what the consequences of dissatisfaction are. Fourth one is explain the role of job attitudes and core self-evaluation in the job search process. The fifth, discuss the concept of organizational commitment and its three components. Six, define perceived organizational support or POS and explain its relationship to fairness at the workplace. And the last is explain psychological empowerment and its relation to job performance. First, we will study about attitudes. The definition of attitudes is a psychological tendency that is expressed by evaluating a particular entity with some degree of favor or disfavor. A person's evaluation of something. There are three components. First one is cognitive, which is a statement of belief about something. Second one is affective, the emotional part. The emotion often have a powerful effect on employee motivation and work behavior. And the last is behavioral, which an intention to act based upon the cognition and affect experience. This is the example of three components. First, cognitive. For the example is your belief that my job is boring, and then the affective, which is the feelings that I don't like my job, and behavioral, the intention, like I will spend more time on Facebook during working hours. Do attitudes matter? As in social psychology, attitudes have become indispensable to the understanding of people's reaction to their work and leaders. It is important because this contributes to their well-being and life satisfaction. Attitudes are related to behaviors that organizations care about, such as job performance and turnover. Job satisfaction. Job satisfaction defines as pleasurable or positive emotional state resulting from the appraisal of one's job or job experience. Job satisfaction is important because it shows how positive an employee is regarding their work. But what happens when employees are dissatisfied? Dissatisfaction with work produces four possible responses. First, active, exit, voice, neglect, and loyalty. Job search attitudes. Keep a positive attitude and maintain a positive self-image during a job research, and remain flexible and curious about different career options and jobs. But remember to look for a job that is a good match. Organizational commitment. Organizational commitment is a psychological state that describes an employee's relationship with their organization and a propensity to continue their relationship with the organization. There are three component models of organizational commitment. First one is affective commitment, refer to an employee emotional attachment to an organization. Second one is continuous commitment, is the degree to which an employee is aware of the cost of leaving the organization. And the last is normative commitment, is the moral obligation to stay with the organization. Perceived organizational support, or POS, is an emerging line of research suggests employees pay attention to whether the organization value their contribution and career about their well-being. A review of over 70 studies of POS indicate that there are three major categories of beneficial treatment. First is fairness, second one is supervisor support, and the last is organizational reward along with favorable job condition. Psychological empowerment. Psychological empowerment is intrinsic task motivation manifested in a set of for cognition reflecting an individual's orientation to his or her work role. Includes competence, impact, meaning, and self-determination. These four cognition are defined as follow. Meaning means how much work goals align with your personal standards. Competence or self-efficacy means your belief in your capabilities to show mastery in your work role. Self-determination, which the degree to which you feel that you have a choice in your work and autonomy to carry it out according to your own preferences. And the last is impact, how much you believe that you can influence important work outcomes. I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you all for your attention.